Well, here we are again, folks. We're out on the road again. This is Danglemah Rd. You might have seen a bit of this before in my other video, the Danglemah Dawdle. Today we're actually heading up to Walcha, which is going to be a bit of a 200k round trip. What we're doing is we're testing out this new long-range fuel tank that I've fitted. You might remember the last one we had it on for the postie nats and got home and it split. Well, I've managed to source a new one. I don't think it's quite as large as the other one, but we've got it fitted on anyway. We're just going to do it. I've got it filled up. And we're going to go for a bit of a ride. Way up to Walcha to have some lunch. Hopefully meet up with my mate Pete. He's coming in on his TDM 900. He won't be coming on this road though. He'll be coming straight up the highway. And then we're going to head back down through Port Stephens Cutting. Into some new territory that I haven't been on the back roads on the postie bike. But it should be a lot of fun. It's a beautiful day. They're predicting it's going to be about 17 up at Walcha and about 22 or something down in Tamworth. But beautiful clear sky, no hint of rain or anything like that. So we're just going to cruise along here, along Danglemah Rd up to Woolbrook. There is another back road I can take from Woolbrook to Walcha, but it's got a bit of a ford on it. All these creeks and everything are flowing quite well with all the rain that we've had recently. And I really don't know if I'm going to get across it or not. I'd like to go and have a look at it, but I don't believe there's a bridge or anything. I just think it's just a natural crossing. So I might, if I've got time, I might duck out there and have a look at that and sort of assess the situation. Otherwise I can go back to Woolbrook and duck around it and come back in on the other side. Anyway, that's the plan at this stage. So we're just cruising up along here. This is Jamison's Creek. I think you've seen this before. Look at the flow on that. That's beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Last time I came up through here there was virtually no water in there at all. It was dry as a bone. But we've had a lot of rain this year, and we've even had snow up in the hills and stuff like that, so that's added to the water load. And yeah, the creeks and the rivers are up. We've had yeah, quite a lot of rain come through down the river, so it's been good to flush them out. Give them a good flush out. Anyway, I'll just give you a quick look at the cockpit while I'm here. So, got the old hand grips on. There's the flight deck. I'm not sure if you can see down here or not, but that's the tank. Not sure what the capacity is, but it's took a bit to fill up, but it's going okay so far. So we'll press on, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye. Well, the bike seems to be going pretty well with the long range fuel tank on it. I can't say that I really noticed any difference in the performance. I think the handling's about the same, although it's got an extra, whatever it is, 10 kilos up the front of fuel when it's full, something like that. I don't know. Feels pretty good. Still on the really windy section of Danglemah Rd. It's lovely through here. I love this road. It's a little bit rough in spots, but and sharp in the corners. You've got to be careful what you're doing. I'm not really a tear-ass motorcycle rider, fanging around doing stuff. I like to cruise around. Maybe that's just because I'm old. I don't know. I enjoy it. I just like the way I ride. The pace I ride at suits me. What's that saying? Expectations exceed bloody skill level. I tried to stay within side of that. I don't really want to exceed my skill level. I've been there and done that a couple of times on mountain bikes and it hasn't been pleasant. So I'm maybe just as I'm getting older and a bit more cautious or whatever, but I still like to get out and enjoy myself. Yep. It's a big one. Well, I pulled into Walbrook and jumped on the phone, and my mate Pete was just leaving his place at Bendy, right, Moonby rather. He was just leaving for Walcha about half an hour before I got to Walbrook. So I've decided to jump out onto the road, on the highway, and just do a beeline for Walcha rather than doing any more back road stuff, because I really want to catch up with Pete. That's where I'll have to turn back in if the ford was impassable, which I think it was. So we'll keep that in mind for next time. In the meantime, we're just going to do the bolt straight for Walcha down the highway and see if we can get there around about the same time as him, or he might already even be there. Anyway, this is the Oxley Highway. Don't really like riding out on the highways because you've got well, it's pretty quiet at the moment, but you know, you can get sort of big vehicles coming along and stuff like that, so I'd really much rather be in the bush just pottering around. But you've got to take what you can get at times, and this time I have to be out here on this, doing this. So anyway, here we go. Welcome to Walcha. Well, we've had lunch at Walcha at the Royal Cafe, which was an old pub that they've turned into a cafe. It was quite nice. Had a catch up with Pete. And now I'm heading back home. I think he may have gone on to Aberbaldie Falls, or he may have just gone straight home, I don't know. But I'm heading home. I'm going via Port Stephens Cutting, so I'm on Aberbaldie Rd. Aberbaldie Rd, I think it's called. So we're going to cruise along on here through the countryside, and then I think I'll hook up with Niangala Rd. And then that'll take me down to Port Stephens Cutting, down to Oakenville, Dungowan, and back to Tamworth that way. So, haven't been along here before. Nice rolling countryside, a few moo cows as you can see. And we're just going to take in the sights and just have a look around. Beautiful day, absolutely beautiful clear skies. Weather's fantastic. And we're just gonna just cruise along and just enjoy the day. Well, we're now on Nowendoc Road. We've come all the way down Aberbaldie Rd and Niangala Rd, and we're now on Nowendoc Road, and we're coming down towards Port Stephens Cutting. This is where we lose a lot of altitude coming off the range down into the Peel Valley. So I'm just going to film all this. Just have a look and see how this goes. There's lots of runoff coming off the land. Been lots of little creeks and stuff. Lots of water flowing around, which is good to see. Now the story goes that Port Stephens Cutting was built by convicts as a means to transport sheep from the grazing district out here in the Peel Valley and surrounding areas across to the coast. Comes up a pretty steep sort of side of the range here. It's been pretty narrow for a long time, but they're gradually widening it up in sections and making it a little bit better. You also get logging trucks coming up and down along here. See, if you look out over the side there, it's pretty steep. And coming down off the range here, old mate is taking it nice and easy. It is a historical vehicle. Or is it a hysterical vehicle? Who knows? Must have been a very arduous job for those road builders, convicts, cutting this road into the side of the mountain. You can see how steep it is. It'll be interesting to see what the altitude change is from the top down to the bottom here, and over what distance the drop is. There we have it. That's Dungown Creek. I might just pull over this way. Well, we've taken a little detour on this side road here. We're trying to find the Nat Buchanan Memorial. Apparently Nat Buchanan was a pastoralist and explorer. Not so much in this area, but more up in Queensland. He actually opened up the top end and around... Hey, that's very wet. Around that area there. That was, yeah, quite wet. But he actually settled in this area in his later days and lived out his days on a property here, probably one of these properties right here. And I think this is where he must have passed away. So they've set up a memorial to him, a little plaque. So we're just going to have a look and see if we can find it. I must have ridden past it before. It's quite pretty here. So blame him for settling here. This is lovely. Nice little creek flowing through. This is Dungallon Creek. Got lots of water flowing through it, as you can see. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Here it is. Yeah, blew straight past it before. This is it right here. This plaque commemorates the life of Nathaniel Buchanan, explorer, stockman and pioneer. From 1859, Nat Buchanan travelled throughout Queensland, Northern Territory and Western Australia, opening up stock routes and establishing cattle stations. In 1899, he and his wife settled at Kenmure, Dungallon, where he passed away on the 23rd of September 1901, aged 72 years. His body was laid to rest between the two Kurrajong trees on this property, where he could always hear the sound of running water. After his wife's death in 1924, his body was exhumed and interred alongside her in Walcha Cemetery. He was regarded by his peers as Australia's greatest stockman. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've never heard of him. I've seen this sign up on the road here pointing out to the Nathaniel or the Nat Buchanan Memorial. But I've never really heard of him. They didn't teach us about this guy in school, in Australian history or anything like that, I don't think. Certainly not that I remember. But there you have it. Nathaniel Buchanan, explorer, stockman and pioneer. Not a bad place to settle. Yeah, very pretty. Oh, well, I think we might just head for home now. You've seen that. See you later, folks. Try that again. Forgot the kill switch.